Legend of Total War here. Today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Exiles of Khorne going up against Clan Angrand, where we've got a Minotaur based sort of doom stack and it's a little bit damaged and their forces are about on the same tier, but they're more numerous, so they've got a few armies coming in as reinforcements. Settlement garrison here and the damaged army here. We do have the option to lightning strike because we are the attacker. It doesn't really change our odds that much because this would make our army exhausted for the entire fight, and there's really not that much in here that I'm concerned about. The biggest concern, and the email does point this out, is the giant slayers, or just the slayers in general. Those are able to absolutely wreck the minotaurs. And the thing is, our minotaurs could beat those slayers, but then they'll have next to nothing left to deal with everything else. So this is a challenge that we've got to deal with this battle here. Let's jump in and see what we can do. Alright, let's read out this email as well. So he says, I decided to try a Minotaur stack, so I threw some heroes in there and went after the dwarfs, but the cows just seemed to die too fast and all their missiles and slayers. I took some casualties in a previous fight and now just don't seem to have enough left to wreck these dwarves. I've tried wasting the cannon ammo, I've tried surrounding them, I've tried to lead parts of the army away, but I just either don't know what to do or I'm doing it totally wrong. I either lose too many trying to kill the slayers, or I ignore the slayers and go after the missiles, only to have the slayers charge into my back and wreck my units. It's a fresh army, so if I need to replace the minotaurs, it's not the end of the world. I'd like to hold on to the disciplined heroes though, if at all possible. Okay, well I'll try to keep your entire army intact, but we'll see how we go. So, I'm going to try to keep the damaged minotaurs for the most part out of the fight, unless we get really desperate. Let's have a look at these heroes and their abilities. Okay, so this guy here is on a chariot. It's on very hard battle difficulty, and that's important to note because the behavior of the AI is kind of determined by the battle difficulty and also what type of battle this is. We're attacking, which means they're going to be defensive. They're not going to move towards us unless we do some missile damage or some spell damage to them, which we have no abilities apart from the Blade of Khorne, which it's unlikely we're going to make use of that in the early stage of the battle, so they're going to take a defensive position. But another thing is that they've got a lot of missile units. They will shoot at a chariot, they will shoot at a blood throne, but they won't shoot at a single entity on a horse. That means these guys have the advantage of getting into them and disrupting them. Now, I imagine this guy just charged into... maybe he wasted the ammo with the cannons somehow, probably using the chariot or these two, and then brought these guys in, and the enemy took a defensive position, so he wasn't able to lure the slayers away, make use of the entire battlefield, which would be advantageous to you. So in this situation here, it would actually be better if we were the defender in this situation, so the AI would actually rush at us, because that would also make them exhausted. But we don't have that choice right now. So what I think we should do is send these guys in, and I'll pick at them until a weakness presents itself. Now, he said he took out the cannons by wasting their ammo. We could do that, but I don't think that is something I need to do, because they're not going to shoot at us. See, wasting ammunition is something I used to do in Warhammer 2 all the time, because they would just shoot at any old bad target. Whatever was in range, they just shoot at. They don't do that so much in Warhammer 3, but that's actually made it easier to take them out, because units that the AI won't shoot at, even though they should shoot at them, we can get around there and just like charge at the cannons and get them off the artillery really easily. Now the reinforcements over here, I could pick at them as they're trying to get over here, but I don't think they're of much value, so... actually, no. They are of reasonable value, so maybe we'll do something. We've also got these summons. Another summon there. And that ability. Okay, what about these guys? Okay, nothing too spectacular. Also, if we do some damage to these guys, it'll help with inflicting the army losses. The earlier we can inflict army losses, the better. Now, if you're thinking, why not bring the entire army over here? Well, the cannons would have taken us out, and a lot of problems with that. I basically just want to pick at these guys as they come in, especially the missile units. Okay, they're charging at us a little bit. That's okay. So, yep, we do a bit of damage and then just back off. It's just free damage. If we can isolate this Thane dude here, that'd be good. It looks like this is the army that you just fought, and I don't think that's an actual lord, I think that's a Thane. Wait, why doesn't he have a, like a thing over it? The only ones that don't have, like, a portrait over it are characters that are, like, part of the garrison. Yeah, I think I might even be able to isolate this guy here.
Servant of the Murder Lord, moving!
Trying to stay in prolonged combat. It's not advantageous on a horse. Our advantages are charging. We've got really high charge bonuses, let's try to use it. And luckily, because dwarves don't fall over that easily, you don't encounter the knockback bug, which has been plaguing Total War Warhammer since its inception, where a unit will, if it gets charged, especially a small unit, will fall over and actually not take any damage whatsoever, because the knockback effect is applied before a damage counter, and units on their back will never take any damage from any source whatsoever, except for things like Spirit Leech.
Spreading slaughter. A sacrifice. Ritual of blood.
Okay, like I said, don't stay in a prolonged fight with infantry and a single entity. They can take on a single entity, or they can take on infantry, not both at the same time. Single entities are best in a duel when you've got some support infantry because of the way the targeting system works. Because units will just forget your orders all the bloody time. So if you tell them to attack a single entity, they might do 1 or 2 hits and then start attacking everything else around it. Which can be very frustrating when you're in a duel and you've got a really high-powered character that just refuses to attack anything but chaff. Which is why you gotta isolate them. Like, I don't want our guys fighting these miners. We've done a fair bit of damage to them. Let's get around that. We've definitely traded well so far. But this is just the beginning. The auto-resolver saying close defeat means that we're pretty significantly outpowered. Although it is playing chaos music. So maybe I'm not as outpowered as I thought. Unfortunately that charge didn't work. He actually managed to get a hit on us because he's reached his destination now. Alright, time for the next phase in our plan. Was he coming after us? Alright, that guy's shooting at us. Yeah, he'll shoot at single entities. Alright, and that's to use these summons on Slayers. Because we've got 4 units of Slayers and 5 summons. I'm not going to be able to wipe out the Slayers completely, but if I can get rid of a lot of them, it'll make the job for the Minotaurs a lot easier. Preferably get them on the flanks. Now we want to make sure that our summon enters the middle of a unit, basically mirroring it, because these summons only last for a minute. So they're not going to... Their survivability is not my concern. I just want to make sure every single one of them is fighting. And also, if they want to shoot at us, then they're also going to shoot their own Slayers. Very nice. Some Skaven tactics there as well. Now, I pretty much guarantee that this guy on his own wouldn't have done that much damage to that Slayer unit. And this one here as well. So, easy come, easy go. Also why I don't really want to deal with the cannon right now, because I want the cannons to be shooting at us. They're going to hit their own units. Because what they should be doing, if they see a summon come down, is actually just trying to avoid it entirely. That's the best way to handle it, because it doesn't last very long. Now I've got this other summon over here, but let's just use the other ones here first. Okay, what else could we do? What I'm going to do with the cannons eventually, after we've used up the summons, is get these guys here on horseback to charge into them. At least try to get them off the artillery. I could use a summon of these guys to basically beat it straight away. But I can't cycle charge into Slayers, but I can cycle charge into them. Because I've got limited number of summon from beyond, I need to use it on the Slayers. Because this is the one unit type here that we really can't handle. So I need to make sure there's as few of them as possible. And since they'll just sit there because we're the attacker, that's fine. Guess another thing I could do is pop down the stand or die on them so that they last a little bit longer. Also, they're using up their army abilities, so that's good. No, he's not going to get there in time. I'll do it on the next one. That's it. Yep. Use the Iron Drakes on the Slayers. Okay, didn't do as much damage as them because they backed off from the fight. Yeah, that one didn't do quite as much. Still, we've got 2 damaged units of Slayers, so that's good.
Power of the wall.
Alright. Need to get rid of these. I need to get rid of that damn engineer as well. Thing is, I can't just charge in there and beat him. Don't have any magical attacks on these guys. Are they advancing? I think they're advancing. Right, because they have done missile damage to themselves. They've activated their army. Good. I wasn't expecting this. That's a lucky surprise there. Good. Because our army's got the speed advantage here. If we can get them to split apart, that would be ideal. Alright, these guys start moving out this way. I'm gonna put these guys here in a control group.
He signals, I obey.
Now the biggest problem here is that it's going to be more difficult for me to summon these guys directly in the middle of a Slayer unit.
Spreading slaughter. Moving. So be it.
Good. Their army's spreading out all over the place. The more that they spread out, the better.
Over here.
Stretch them thin. They were in their strongest when they fight side by side together. So the more we pull them apart, the better it's going to be for us. If this guy here overcasts all the time, we can get him to essentially kill himself. Alright, that one came off the artillery, but they might go back on it. That was a decent charge. We killed a couple of them. And that's it. They're done with the artillery. They're like, fuck this. It's so easy to get them off the artillery these days. So you don't need to waste their ammo. Alright, if I can get that lord to chase after me, it would be really good if we could kill him. These 3 guys versus just him, we would easily win. But he's too close to his other infantry here. I don't want these guys fighting blobs of dwarf warriors. Just because of their high melee defense, we'd get stuck fighting them for ages. Alright, we've got to split our forces up a little bit. I'm going to send them and the other heroes this way. And put these in that control group. And these I'm going to put in another control group. Yeah. And these into another one. Okay. Oh my god, he's using control groups! Okay, we don't have to worry about their extreme long range units now. I'm a little bit concerned with what I'm doing here because there's slight obstruction of the terrain, so maybe everybody should go around this way instead. Because I might find myself cut off this way, where this is a bit more open.
Following the wolf signal.
Now these guys here still need to pick out at important targets, and there's still 2 units of Slayers that are completely fresh, and they're right over here, and they're kind of spread out. I'm going to pop this down here. Now, to slow down these Slayers so these guys can get around them. Good, we'll hit some quarrelers there. Cool. Getting some damage in. Good, took out that unit of quarrelers for the most part. Alright, now all of the Slayer units are at the very least a little bit damaged. Okay. Need things to get a bit more isolated. In order to spread them out further... Oh, that guy is really isolated. I gotta get over there. You guys, let's go. Let's go. There's not too many missile units in this area here. They will shoot at us. But I need to kill this fucking engineer. He's pissing me off. We've all got magical attacks, so we're the right ones to do this. And these 2 here have regen, and you got a potion of healing. We should use that now. I should have used that before, actually. And these 3, try to get them to... no, you're too slow. You get... which one are they aiming for? This one? Nope, they've changed their mind. If you hold down space, you can see which ones they're shooting at. Just to see what we can do here. I really want to kill that engineer, because he can do a lot of damage to us over time. Nope, 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 nope. Slayers, let's get out of here. There we go. Let's get moving. Right, we did a bit of damage to him. We'll see what we can do later. Okay, let's keep moving. Get these guys out of here. That's going to be a blob we don't want. Alright, I've still got 2 more summons as well. Alright, we took minimal damage on that, I think. Alright. That's easy target. Alright, what do we want to pop this summon on? Okay, you go over that direction. Also, all this running around will make them tired. More than us, because we'll be able to stop every now and again because we are much faster than them. Oh, Isolated Lord. Let's go take him out. Okay, I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. There, that's better. Okay. Summon on... We do more damage to the Quarrelers, but the Slayers are more important to kill. Alright, I'm going to pop this in front of the Slayer there. Good, we're doing some damage to that one. Not much. Back off. Alright, it's doing some damage, that's good. So yeah, once we've taken out all the most important units, then we can send in the Minotaurs. But there's so many units in here that'll just rip our Minotaurs to shreds. So I've just got to try as much as possible to soften them up first. The single entities as well, not good for Minotaurs. But things like Dwarf Warriors, things that our heroes aren't going to be good at dealing with, that's what the Minotaurs should be focused on. But the problem here is that we just don't need to take them out right now, because they can be avoided. Alright, if you just want to keep pushing that one, are you actually attacking him? Yeah, yes. Okay, that's good. Alright, I've still got 1 more summon to use. Good, that hero's going down. This won't do much damage to us. A little bit. Still worth it. Come on, take him out. Oh, crap. Most of their army's going after the Minotaurs. It's got all of these single entities being isolated here. You can't friggin' let... Okay, there we go. Actually, the Gorbeast Chariot's going to be best at dealing with these Dwarf Warriors. This is actually a large unit. So these guys here be best at handling them. This guy here has got loads of physical resistance, so we'll send the Blood Thrones to sort that out. No, 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 you went around the wrong way there. Okay, that's good. But yeah, they've got a hate burner on for those Minotaurs. Okay, this is more important. Take this one out. That thing at least can be dodged. But the Blood Thrones, they did a great job against the hero there. Really good job of it. Come on, you move it. But look, their entire army's focused over here. And this is where they're currently losing the battle. Good, that hero is dead. This guy here is being surprisingly tanky, but he hasn't done that much damage to us. Yeah. Don't want to be fighting multiple units. Just get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, our Lord's actually maybe taking a bit too much damage. Should be more careful with him. Putting these guys back around over here. Our guys are starting to get a little bit tired. In fact, theirs aren't getting tired because they've got all that bloody experience. See, what I want to do with the Minotaurs is have them charge in the final glorious stage of this battle, where they just charge into all the remaining melee infantry and cause the army losses really quickly. But yeah, if there's a whole bunch of guns and slayers in the way, these guys are going to get shredded, and we're not going to get the army losses. This guy can't take on that much more. But still, knocking out their commander of the battle is definitely going to hurt the rest of their forces for the rest of this fight. Especially considering this is a spellcaster. No more Rune of Slowness on us, which is a massive pain. Good. I still need to get rid of this guy. Right, let's get them around us. Keep them moving. I want to split these guys up, but they're not really giving me a chance to do that just yet. Okay, that one's of no real concern anymore. Okay, this guy's isolated again, going after him with the ones with magical attacks. These guys here can fight the miners for now. Going around the way.
Seeking scouts. Slaughtering.
Some of their units are starting to get tired. Good, racked up a bit of the Horn of Corn. Some of this stuff here. Alright, I've also still got that other summon, and since there's a Slayer unit here, let's pop that down. Good. Good, and those are the Giant Slayers. That's the most important one to take out as well. So that's all of our summons used up. If we charge in here right now, we might win, but we will get shredded. The army will not be left in good state. There's still more that I can do to mess these guys around. This seems to be the last of their heroes, so that's good. And they're unbreakable, so I was going to have to deal with them at some point anyway. And the Minotaurs wouldn't have been good at dealing with them. Alright, so that's good, they're gone. Alright, now I want you in control group 5, and you be isolated away from the rest of it, because I don't want you fighting anymore, you're too badly damaged. These two here are fine, because they can regenerate. These three are fine as well. Oh god, our guys are getting tired. They haven't done any combat yet. That's okay. They can recover. Alright. Now, although the Iron Drakes probably won't be that much of a concern for the Minotaurs, they're still really high value units. And yeah, it's good to hit into them. Alright, what else could I hit into? I really need to get rid of the gun unit. Where is it? Not that one. Wasn't there a fresh one? Maybe not.
Spreading slaughter. Out of my way. It begins.
See, it's not that the AI is getting cheats here, it's veterancy. And this applies for us as well. If you have units that have 7 tiers of experience, they basically have fatigue resistance from running. They pretty much don't get tired from it. And they do a little bit, just not very much. Yeah, there's a unit over there. Let's go sort that one out. Now guys here are getting tired as well. Really want to take out that Quarreler unit. Because yeah, these guys here, they've got a bit of armor, but not heaps. So, okay, there's something shooting us over here that's stalking. It's got snipe as well. but it's given itself away. Right, you two go in there. You guys have got good fire resistance, so I don't have to worry too much about that.
Bloodfather, guide me! Hostile supremacy!
This one here is not focusing on... Oh, no, he's not to focus.
Power of the world!
Yeah, ranges. Okay. And yeah, it had snipe. Okay. Try to keep moving. Luckily, these guys here, their animation is pretty good. I think they hit their own units a little bit there. But this is good here. Because ranges are very deadly. Really good. Nice and isolated there. Good. It's funny, the main unit in this army, the Minotaurs, I just can't justify using them yet, but it's getting closer to that point. Because these guys here haven't really taken out any of the units that I need these guys here to take out, but they're taking out all of the units, almost, that are going to be super dangerous for them. This guy here is really lagged behind. Alright, these two need to come over here and try to keep these Quarrelers busy. Just have one of them run them off. And these guys here, they'll be good to run off enemy units off the battlefield because they'll continue to regenerate. Blood Thrones are really good mounts. Oh god. How the hell are these dwarves catching up to us? Yeah, big move. Come on, move it. How much damage has that done? About 1,000.
Cultist of the blood god.
Still, that unit is now isolated. Hang on. That unit is isolated. These guys here aren't targeting this one. They're targeting all the other ones. We're going in.
Oh, got them!
That's it. Well, how about that? This one here lagging behind actually came in handy. Come on, move quicker. These guys here doing well. Need you to move back around this way. Hopefully they'll send someone to go after you.
Exalted hero of Khorne!
Excuse me. Good, they're doing well over here.
Bloodfather, guide me! Executed!
Alright, we're getting really close to the charge now. We're almost to that point. Good.
Blood, wolf, and
Let the Minotaurs run that down.
He signals, I obey. I move!
Thing is, these guys are going to be exhausted in the middle of the fight. At the start of the fight. Because, yeah, their speed's not that much higher than the dwarves for doing this kind of stuff. Their speeds are in the 50s, where it's much better if you're higher than 70s for doing this. But they just need to run a little bit longer. Most of the higher range units have been taken out now.
Spreading slaughter.
Iron Drakes aren't going to catch us, but there's still the odd Quarreler and Iron Drake there. Well, like I said, the Iron Drake's not going to get us. Okay. Keep moving.
A sacrifice!
Alright, I think we're getting really close to the charge now. We need to get all of our guys over here ready for this. Try to surround them as much as possible. Not too concerned about the Slayers now. Most of the Slayers are pretty exhausted. As in, like, their units are almost gone.
Following the world's signal.
Okay, you try to recover some fatigue there.
Blood, wolf, and earth!
Be good if I can get these guys here to recover their fatigue, but I just don't know if these guys are going to give us enough time to do that. You come around over here. Almost done with that.
Cultist of the blood god!
Maybe if these guys here could lure the Slayers away, and then we could charge them in. Because, yeah, there's not that many missile units here now. Isolated units over there. Let's bring these guys around to go fight them. They'll find that easy. You finish off this one. And what I'm trying to do here, give them enough bait with some horses' ass. Yeah, that's it. Come after me.
So be it!
Pull the Slayers away, and then these guys can charge into this quite easily.
Bring me sacrifices!
Use this to try to recover fatigue.
Exalted hero of Khorne!
Oh, they're forming up to take a defensive position. Maybe they want to recover their fatigue a little bit. But this is great here. This is 3 units of Slayers being pulled away.
Cultist of the blood god! I move!
Okay, I want you guys to go a bit wider. If we're going to charge into this... Hang on, they're going back. These guys are coming back as well.
Cultist of the blood god! I go far!
Okay, maybe back off a little bit more. We're not quite ready yet. I've got to deal with all this crap here first. How long does it take to run down one Iron Dragon? There you go.
Seeking scouts!
This should be really easy here. If we can save up a little bit more, we can get the Blade of Khorne on them.
It begins! Bring me sacrifices!
Good, these units here, they're easy to take out. Alright, I think the fight's actually going to be here. We're going to stand there, and when they come around this way, we're going to charge into them. Because we should be done with these guys by then, and we'll come around their flank. Because I want to make sure I've got everything ready to chuck into this. Okay, get that out of there. One guy got a little bit stuck. No, he's fine, he's fine. And you come over here, because you're not going to be involved in the main fight. Just run down any of these stragglers. Actually, you know what? These units here have to be dealt with, and they're isolated. Freaking all of these units versus a couple of Slayers. Let's just do it. They should be able to handle it.
Yes! Done!
Taking a little bit of damage, but that's not so bad. Because, yeah, these have to be dealt with at some point. Might as well be now. And this is now ready. Thing is, they will dodge it if I drop it down. So what I'm going to need is somebody in good health, like this guy here, to go and pin them down so I can pop that down on them.
Covering ground! Unstoppable! Name! Slaughter!
Oh, they actually do regenerate. They've got the Gore Greed. Right, this one's healing. Nice. I was going to say, I thought it was a little bit more damage than that. Alright. So I'm just going to chuck this one right into the middle of a bunch of their units so that we can pop down this one here. Once that's hit, we're charging in. Alright, those Slayers are done for. Get around the back here. It's time to begin the final phase of the battle. Alright, now these ones here... Actually, we're going to do that one. These ones here mostly stay out of the fight. This one here gets your own control group because you're not actually there. These ones here are the front runners for the fight. These ones here come in the rear because I don't want them taking excessive damage. Good, yeah, you just focus on that.
For honor! Out of my way! Advancing! Split bows!
So, want to just charge into a whole bunch of chaff, pop this down to help thin them out, so that the charge is going to be met with a really soft front line. Here it comes. Make sure that they're pinned down.
Invoke the blood god!
I want more blob than that. Maybe if I put more heroes in there, we can get more blob. Oh, these heroes, yeah, they get targeted. Move them back.
His decree!
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Blood!
Okay, that blob there is not too bad, actually. Right, here we go. Isolated, go. Here we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's a lot of damage there. And yeah, their front line's completely messed up. Here we go.
Very well.
Have them focusing on our blood thrones, because at least we can dodge. If they're not going for the Minotaurs, we can beat them quite easily. Our guys over here are starting to struggle as they're kind of pinned down, but Minotaurs are on the way.
Blessings of war!
Maybe just avoid the Slayers for now. Sort of walk right into that. Move out of the way. That's it. They're all nice and pinned down, ready for us to charge into them. Just stay away from those Slayers. Come on, move, 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 move. We've got to move over here quick.
Take skulls!
Okay. Our guys here have taken a bit of damage, but it's fine. Okay, you can charge into that, that's fine. You come over here now. Deal with the Slayer last.
Bloodfather, behold!
Okay, there's the army losses. Now all we have to deal with is the Slayers. Which will get the healthiest of the Minotaurs to do. There we go. And your army will be left in good shape. Without, you know, requiring any units to be re-recruited. Pull that out before they actually take a casualty would be good. And we're done here. And there we go. So, with a lot of effort, you can walk out of it with only 4 casualties. Of course, the heroes took a bit of damage. But yeah, it's just about dismantling an enemy a little bit at a time. And this is how I like to have my victories, walking out of this with just minimal casualties. So I think it was simply a case with this that he didn't have the patience, because, you know, that was a 35-minute odd battle, which I probably went overboard with it. I probably could have charged in a lot sooner, but the sooner I charged in, the more damage that would have been done. And I do like to send them back in good shape. Even the fighting with our heroes there was a little bit iffy. Okay, I don't know what you've gained in the settlement, but this here is a minor city, and typically speaking with minor cities, I always blow them up. I'm assuming that's what you want. You've already got loads of skulls. Yeah, you can blow it up. Of course you want to blow it up, because surely you own Ekrund? Galbaraz, right. Wasn't sure which ones came from. So that'll just get colonized automatically later. Although we could have occupied, I definitely had enough skulls. I don't know, I didn't have instructions for that. That's just what I always do. I always blow them up. You want to get as many skulls as possible, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one, and this army here is in good shape. Good enough shape. It doesn't need to do any more recruiting, and it can probably make its way over here to Dragon. Ooh, there's a full stack sitting in there. Well, if it gets a full turn of recovery, you should actually be able to handle it, because it easily handled one full stack and a bit, so surely that one shouldn't be too tough. And now these guys here are going to be of higher level. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.
I don't fight. Blood flows.